Okay, guys, what do we know about lawyers for parental alienation cases? Well, fortunately, we've now had quite a few responses to our UCAP survey. So I can base this video not just on my own experiences, but on the experiences of other people. You can have a look on the site and see what the survey results were, but this is just a brief summary. Generally speaking, lawyers score really badly. Our respondents say that lawyers don't know about parental alienation, that they're expensive, and that they are slow. Not all lawyers, but frankly most. So, what do you do about this? I mean, if you're starting off on this whole journey, the first thing you need is a lawyer who knows what he's talking about. Not only has the information and the knowledge of the law as it relates to parental alienation cases, but is also enlightened. That is, that he actually believes that there is such a thing as parental alienation. This is a problem that we have not just with lawyers, but with judges, with CAFCAS, with the entire system. So you need someone with a bit of backbone, a bit of political conviction, someone who's going to fight for you. You're going to be paying somewhere between £150 and £250 for every hour that your solicitor is working on this case. And that's just, of course, type 1 lawyer. Type 2 lawyer is your barrister. And of course, the exact same comments apply to your barrister. You need a barrister that specialises in these cases and also has got a bit of backbone and belief, someone who's got some conviction. This, I'm afraid, is for both solicitors and barristers, these qualities are difficult to come by. One of the things that doesn't help, so frankly I wouldn't bother, is looking on the Law Society's website. They talk about solicitors that specialise in this, that and the other, including of course family law, but these are not solicitors who are red hot on parental alienation. These are just firms that do some family law. Some of them no doubt are very good. I'm afraid I haven't found any, but I mean, one story that always springs to my mind is that when one firm of solicitors that I saw locally, I saw the head of their family law department on an initial free interview, and I asked this lady to tell me what she thought about parental alienation, what her understanding of it was, and I just got a blank look. If that happens to you, I mean, given that this was the head of the family law department, just go to another firm, because you're going to be wasting your money. So yeah, and then other lawyers who are expensive, ridiculously expensive, some who want you to tell them what to do when you're instructing them so that they can tell you what to do. Also, the law on parental alienation cases is distressingly simple. One of the great things about the Children Act, which is the main act, the Children Act 1989, is that it kind of encompasses and subsumes all the subsequent legislation. So that's really helpful. So we only have to look in one place. And there aren't that many bits of the Act even that we're that interested in. Probably the main bit is just Section 1, which talks about the paramountcy principle. So the paramountcy principle essentially is the idea that regardless of everything else, what the court is primarily interested in is the child's welfare, the child's best interests. And that's what should guide all courts. As far as the rest of the law is concerned on parental alienation, all you have to do is look at the cases, and they're all on our website at ucap.one. And essentially the cases and the Act all say the same thing, that a child's wishes and feelings are important, but the child's expressed wishes are trumped by his ascertainable wishes, a point well and forcefully made by Mrs. Justice Parker in Re H. And again, if you look at all of the other contact and transfer of residence order cases, you'll see that all of the child's wishes and feelings are trumped by the child's best interests, and that short-term best interests are trumped by long-term best interests. So in other words, the long-term welfare requirement of a child to have both parents in its life should be trumping any short-term considerations, like any difficulty caused by enforcing contact or by transferring residence. So all of this is really straightforward. If you read all of those cases, make a few notes, go and see a lawyer, or the lawyers that you're thinking about. Hold a beauty parade, I mean, go and see loads of lawyers. Please don't settle for the first one. You need a lawyer who, once you've read those cases, a lawyer who knows more than you do, and that will be extremely difficult to find, extremely difficult to come by. It really will. It's distressing, but true. You want a lawyer who's going to be educating you, not the other way around. A lawyer, when you say, well, what about what Mrs. Justice Parker said in Re H? He's going to say, well, yes, but have you seen, I don't know, Her Honour Judge Gordon Saker, for example, in Re B in 2017, another good, robust judgment from, coincidentally, I'm sure, another female judge. So yeah, you need a lawyer that kind of knows all this stuff, but like I say, someone also who has some conviction, who's going to get on with it, and who doesn't charge you an arm, a leg, and a bucket of blood for the privilege. One of the places that you could start is to have a look at the cases on our website, and look at the solicitors and the barristers that were involved in the top cases in the Court of Appeal. You would hope, and I guess it would be reasonable to suppose, that all of the solicitors and barristers involved in those cases, whether they're on the winning side or the losing side, doesn't really matter too much at the moment. All of these guys and girls should be familiar with parental alienation and what it's all about. So that's a good place at least to start. But the big warning is just be really, really careful and put your lawyer to the test. Make sure he or she knows what they're doing before you get your checkbook out. Really important. Be careful. Thank you.